Hi, I'm Zach Navarra, and this is HNC. Now it's time for our viewer question of the day.
Dear Mr. Mann and Mr. Navarra, based on the ongoing installment of Chinese infrastructure in economically developing nations such as Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Myanmar, how has the $1 trillion Belt Road Initiative played a part in China's growing economic and political influence around the world? Timmy from Portland, Oregon.
So today we'll be talking about one of the boldest trade moves in modern history.
You mean when the Spurs traded for Kawhi Leonard?
No, Mr. Mann, I'm talking about China's Belt Road Initiative.
Well, tell me more.
You see, in the past few years, China has been attempting to rebuild the ancient Silk Road. This was a vast trade network that stretched from China all the way to Europe. Now, in their recent effort to rebuild this ancient trade route, they have been pouring billions of dollars into economically developing countries
Why?
in order to make themselves rich.
But how does giving away money make you richer?
Political influence is a powerful thing.
My infrastructure. Who are you?
Don't worry, I can help.
Well, I'm sure your trade goods could go through this road that you kindly built for us.
And our oil could go through that pipeline, I assume?
Why, of course.
You see, Mr. Mann, when China gives money to poor nations like Pakistan, they are really just creating a trade route. Along with the trade route, the country becomes thankful that a nation like China would invest to make their home a better place.
But why does this matter?
It's trade. The road is a literal metaphor to the connection the two nations have. Now, Pakistan has a direct route to buy and sell goods with China. This will bring money to both nations.
So China will make more money in the long run?
Exactly.
Is that all there is? Money is cool, but it's not that impressive.
Don't worry, there's more.
Yay!
Well, you see, China's not the only one making money, because countries that they invest in are cashing in on the trade too. Countries like Pakistan and Sri Lanka are grateful for the money China brings in, so they become close political allies.
So are you telling me that other countries are getting all these free resources that aid in improving their infrastructure and trade?
Well, not exactly. There is always a cost. China isn't giving this money away for free. It's a loan.
Are they going to pay China back? Many of them are developing nations.
Some are, but China has a plan if they can. Take Sri Lanka, for instance.
In Sri Lanka, China built a port, but Sri Lanka was unable to return on its loan, so China took control of the port that they built. This was for a 99-year lease in exchange for forgiving the debt that Sri Lanka owed them.
Look, you owe us a lot of money, and you don't need to pay us, and let's be honest, you probably can't. So just loan us that port that we built to you for a short 99 years, and it'll be all yours, no strings attached.
That's what you said when you built it.
Do you really have another option?
China owns the ports in many countries besides Sri Lanka. They own the ports in Greece, Myanmar, Pakistan, and Iraq, just to name a few.
Why does China want the ports?
Power.
What do you mean? Can they not afford electricity?
Not that kind of power. I'm talking about the control the world type of power. Have you ever heard of the string of pearls theory?
What the heck is that? Are you talking about K's?
The string of pearls theory is the idea that China is building and buying ports along the Indian Ocean to ensure that their maritime Silk Road remains safe and controlled. Maritime meaning connected with the sea, especially in relation to seafaring commercial or military activity. Through this, China gains influence over trade in the region, and they gain military power to protect that trade. These ports are the trading posts of this maritime Silk Road.
To really answer Timmy's question, we'll need to wait a decade or so to understand just how much of a political influence China has had on countries that have accepted to partake in the Belt Road Initiative.
However, we can already see some of the economic influence they've had on these countries. For instance, Pakistan's GDP has seen its largest growth in 8 years. Not to mention that in 2001, China built a port in the town of Gwadar, Pakistan, and within the next 17 years built a highway and railroad system.
This improvement in infrastructure has now created a road from China to Pakistan, worth $62 billion. The question remains, does China really want global power, or do they really care about increasing trade that crosses from Europe to Asia? One thing we know for sure is that they're on the path to becoming a world superpower, rivaling that of the United States.
Sorry, if it was company east.
Rally the bannermen. Prepare the defenses.
What's it say, sire?
China is coming.
Remember to subscribe, comment, and smash that like button. We have a $1,000 gift card giveaway. No purchase necessary. Only one entry per participant.